Vaer Callan crested the crater rim and froze. Thousands of identical markers stretched across the valley floor. Each one gleamed under his helmet light, perfect cylinders 2 meters tall etched with faded script. Human script. His scanner chirped confirmation. "Team, halt," Vaer said into his comm. "Grave markers, uniform design, estimate 10,000 plus." Captain Jorun Vask stomped up beside him, rifle slung low. "Graves, on a battlefield, push forward, secure the center." Vaer raised a gauntleted hand. Protocol demanded catalog first. "Negative, Captain. Rule Survey Directive 4 Alpha, flag potential biohazards before advance." Jorun snorted, his mandibles clicking. "Archaeologist, this is security turf." Eerie Sen unslung her drone case behind them. The system's text tendrils danced over controls. "Drones launching, Vaer, ground-penetrating array active." 3 fist-sized probes hummed into the air. They dove toward the markers, vanishing into the dust-choked soil. Vaer watched his overlay, the valley map filled with pings. Craters overlapped like brutal fingerprints. No vegetation, just regolith baked to glass. "Markers align in grids," Vaer noted. "Not random burial, military pattern." Jorun paced the rim. "Humans fought here, old war, their bones won't bite." Eerie's voice crackled. "Scan complete, dense metallic nodes under every marker, power signatures dormant, looks like relics." Vaer's crest ridge itched. "Relics, 2 uniform, depth 3 meters average, cylindrical housings, precursor-era alloys." Precursor, the word hung. Vaer's people revered those ghosts, builders of stars, vanished eons ago. Humans predated them by millennia. Coincidence? "Mark the nodes," Vaer ordered. "No excavation until full spectral." Jorun spun on him. "Full spectral takes hours. We crossed this valley today." "High Command wants artifacts yesterday." Vaer met the captain's glare. His role, preserve, Jorun's conquer. Rule Navy protocol bridged them barely. Eerie's drones hummed back. "Nodes match no known precursor catalog, but stable, dead." "Dead," Jorun echoed. "Test it." He primed a microcharge, fist-sized demo pack, slapped it into Vaer's palm. "Bury 1 shallow, detonate. If nothing wakes, we march." Vaer hesitated. Directive 7 Beta, minimize disturbance, but Jorun's stare burned. Delay meant report flags, career risk. "Fine." 1 test. Vaer took the pack, slid down the slope, picked the nearest marker, cylinder tilted at 23 degrees, script half-eroded. "PFC J. Ramirez, 2147. He scooped regolith, buried the charge half a meter deep, armed it, backed off 30 paces. "Clear," he called. Jorun thumbed the trigger. Boom, dust bloomed, the marker shivered but stood. Eerie's scanner spiked. "Emitter active, warning chirp, local only." A low tone pulsed from the soil. Vaer's suit vibrated, not seismic, synthetic. "Abort," Vaer snapped. "Pull drones." Jorun shouldered his rifle. "1 chirp means what? Alarm clock. Means we poked a nest." Vaer tagged his overlay, active weapons zone. Red flooded the map. "No crossing, evacuate rimward." The captain grabbed his arm. "You flag my op on a chirp." Vaer shook free. "Protocol." "Your test triggered it." Eerie yanked her drones midair. "More chirps spreading, pattern match initiating." Vaer's blood chilled. Pattern match, precursor defenses scanned for threats, then a deeper hum rose. From the graves, Jorun fired a flare upslope. "Team double time to ridge, archaeologist, prove your tag or eat plasma." They scrambled. Vaer's boots skidded on glass dirt. Markers blurred past. His scanner screamed, nodes powering, 80% now. "They're waking," Eerie yelled. "Dormant cores." "Not relics, command nodes." Vaer crested the rim first. Turned, watched the valley ignite. Blue glyphs flickered on every marker, soil buckled. Cylinders rose on pistons, shedding dirt like snakeskin. Jorun barked orders. "Suppressing fire, target the risers." Plasma bolts lanced down, markers shrugged them off, shields shimmered. Vaer slapped his comm. "High Command, this is Survey Alpha, human graveyard active, war cores online, request orbital." Static cut him, jammers, Eerie tumbled beside him. "Comms dead, local net only." Cores broadcasting friend-foe lock. Thousands of eyes, lens clusters swiveled upslope, locked on the team. "Run!" Jorun roared. They bolted along the rim. Vaer's lungs burned. Rule endurance favored long hauls, not sprints. Boots pounded crater lips, a whoosh behind. Spike launchers, Vaer dove. Spikes cratered the rim, spraying shards. "Flankers," Eerie pointed. Cores detached from markers, trundled forward on treads, barrel clusters spun up. Jorun pivoted, unloaded his rifle. Bolts splashed shields. One core stuttered, exposed circuits sparking. "They're precursor-grade adaptive," Vayer shouted. "Shields learn," the pack split, half pursued, half held the valley, pinging skyward. Anti-air, Vayer's mind raced. Protocol failed here, rewrite. Captain drones. Eerie hacked the chirp pattern. She nodded. Probes buzzed out again, dived at the lead core. Jorun covered them. "Hack, these are graves." "War cores," Vayer corrected. "Autonomous nodes, command minefield, human design ancient but live." Cores closed. Gauss coils whined. Eerie's tendrils flew. Chirp decoded. Enemy pattern, rule heat sigs, mimic human thermal. Vayer grabbed a dead spike. Human alloy scanned it. "Yes, cores keyed to old war profiles. We're flagged as hostiles." A core fired. Jorun rolled. Blast fused rock. "Override," Vayer yelled. "Broadcast grave marker echo, dormant signal." Eerie patched it through drones. Valley hummed back mock sleep tones. Lead core halted. Lens clusters dimmed. Others paused, queried. Jorun rose, rifle hot. "It worked." "Temporary," Vayer eyed his scanner. Nodes queried central command. "One alpha core runs them. Find it, spoof it." Eerie overlaid grids. "Center Valley 7 Delta signature." Jorun grinned mandibles. "Assault." "No," Vayer blocked him. "Restraint, cores chain react. One wrong ping, orbital barrage wakes." Captain tensed. "Your call, archaeologist." Vayer nodded. "Mine, Eerie, deep scan 7 Delta, non-invasive." She deployed microprobes, valley-wide net. Cores stirred, resumed patrol. Vayer held breath, protocol bent. Human graveyard demanded new rules. Probes pinged gold. 7 Delta exposed. Buried command mine, linked to all nodes, awake but querying. "Query jam," Vayer said. "Loop the sleep signal." Eerie fed it. Cores froze mid-stride. Silence. Jorun lowered rifle. "Valley secured," Vayer shook head. "Sleeping, we cross quiet, map it." Blueprint for others. Team edged down, stepped between hulking forms. Markers loomed silent. Eerie whispered, "Humans built this. Dormant for centuries. We poked, they pinged back." Vayer knelt by Ramirez's marker, touched the script. Competence etched in alloy. Restraint in sleep mode. A faint chirp echoed, not from cores. His comm crackled, external burst. "Survey team, this is Tess Arden, human combat engineer. You idiots trigger my grandpa's minefield." Vayer's crest flared. "Human, alive." The graves pinged back, louder. Vayer's claw slammed the comm override. "Identify, rule survey team, archaeologist Vayer Callan." Static hissed. A human voice cut through, sharp and edged with fatigue. "Tess Arden, UEF combat engineer. Your probes lit up 7 Delta like a festival. Cores are sinking." "Get off the field now." The ground trembled under Vayer's boots. Markers shifted. Hulking alloy husks groaned as subsurface plates realigned. The minefield moved. "Eerie, confirm," Vayer barked. She yanked her sensor pack tighter. Probes retracted in a frenzy. Pulses sinking valley-wide, heartbeats, 7 Deltas waking the network. Jorun leveled his pulse rifle. Mandibles clicked. "Flank it, heavy fire on command node." "No." Vayer grabbed the captain's barrel, shoved it down. "One shot chains them all," we poked. "Now we tiptoe." He scanned the grid. Nodes repositioned, forming kill lanes. Human design, adaptive, predatory. Manual path, stakes only, single file, no power tools. Jorun's eyes narrowed. "Archaeologist, this is combat ground." "My protocols." "Your guns wait." Vayer pulled survey stakes from his pack. Alloy rods, non-magnetic. He drove the first into cracked earth between two markers. Scanner pinged clear. Second stake 10 paces ahead. Soil parted like flesh. Team froze. Cores hummed low. Eerie recalibrated her sensors mid-stride. Deep scan active. Heartbeats at 40% sync. Nodes shifting to intercept patterns. Vayer nodded, sweat beating under his crest. Human restraint etched here, fields that slept until provoked. He staked the third point. Eyes on nodes. "Step where I step." They moved, single file. Jorun last, rifle slung but grip white-knuckled. Boots crunched gravel. Vayer's breath synced with the distant thrum. One misstep and orbital remnants rained. Halfway down the valley, stakes formed a ragged line. Eerie whispered, pulses rising. 7 Delta queries inbound signals. Our probes match enemy profiles. "Jam it," Vayer said, already looping sleep code. Her claws flew over the pad, heartbeats stuttered. Cores paused. Jorun growled. "Too slow, send drone, map ahead." Vayer shot him a glare. "No emissions, captain's call." Jorun launched the scout. Fist-sized orb hummed forward, low and silent. It crossed the next stake. Soil erupted. Silent directional blast vaporized the drone midair. Shard shrapnel peppered the ground inches from Veyer's path. No sound, no warning, just absence. Idiot, Veyer snapped. He yanked Eerie back as plates shifted again. Markers realigned, erasing the drone's path. Retreat, backtrack, stakes. They reversed. Stakes gleamed in fading light. Veyer's scanner blinked. Empty grid. Subsurface plates had swallowed the line. Valley floor rippled like water. No exit, Eerie said. Her voice cracked. Sensors screamed. Heartbeats at 60%. Jorun unslung his rifle. Breach out, full power. Captain, Veyer blocked him again. Comm crackled anew, Tess Arden's voice. Don't shoot, you'll pattern match as assault. 7 Delta's Grandpa's core, Minefield Grandpa Ramirez, it learns, spoof the query with auth code. I patched it in. Veyer's crest flared. Human here. Auth code, transmit. Risky cores sniff fakes. Static paused. Stand by, linking legacy freak. Pulses surged, nodes rose on pistons. Valley awoke. Beams swept, pattern matching motion. Move! Veyer shoved the team into a crevasse. Stakes gone. Plates ground shut behind. They crouched amid Ramirez's marker. Script glowed faint. Sapper Tess Arden EOD cleared for peace. Eerie sensors overloaded. 90% sync, barrage imminent. Jorun primed grenades. We fight. Tess burst through. Code incoming, Veyer Callan relay at acoustic, no digital. Veyer patched his suit speaker. Tone warbled out ancient human carrier wave. Cores hesitated, heartbeats dipped. Worked, Jorun muttered. Partial. Veyer eyed the grid, nodes queried central. 7 Delta Central, we spoofed, now cross, Tess guided. Stake blind, feel the plates. Humans mapped this dormant, you woke it sloppy. Veyer drove a stake by touch, plate clicked under, clear, team followed, single file reformed, Eerie recalibrated on the fly. Pulses desensing, your jam plus code, it's looping patrol. They edged past Ramirez's grave. Alloy forms loomed, silent now. Veyer knelt brief, touched the marker, competence in alloy, restraint in code. Jorun grumbled. Human magic. No, Veyer rose. Engineering, ours bends protocol, theirs rewrites it. Valley rim neared, plates settled. Exit line reformed, shifted but open. Tess's comm faded. Blueprint yours, share it, more fields out there. Veyer crested the ridge, team panted behind, sensors quiet. Minefield slept deeper, but one node pinged solo, not sleep code, query for Tess. Veyer froze. Her signal lingered. Grandpa's field called home. Eerie tapped her pad. New signature, human transponder active, buried East Ridge. Jorun raised his rifle. Ambush, Veyer shook head. Contact, he keyed comm. Arden, you're here, laughter crackled, gravel over alloy. Took you long enough, digging out. Grandpa's cores need a nanny. Ground East rumbled. A figure emerged, human, dust-caked, toolkit slung. Tess Arden waved a probe, nodes around her dimmed. Veyer's team stared. Alien archaeologist met human sapper. Valley blueprint sealed in silence. She strode up, crests flared across the rule. Nice stakes, sloppy spacing, follow me next field's worse. Jorun lowered rifle. You cleared this? Patched it. Tess eyed the grid. Dormant till you poked, now it's mapped, safe passage. Eerie overlaid scans. Human override integrated, our sensors read it live. Veyer nodded, restraint one, competence shared. Lead. They moved as one, Minefield hummed content, but deep scan pinged, orbital cache stirred, Grandpa's barrage waited, Tess grinned. That's tomorrow's problem. Veyer staked ahead, human blueprint, rule precision, survival forged, the field whispered thanks, plates locked, path eternal, far core 7 Delta logged the code, queried stars, sleep deepened, team crossed, legends born in dirt, Tess paused at rim. Grandpa Ramirez built to last, you woke it right. Veyer touched marker one last. We learned. Pulses flatlined, valley secured, comm galaxy-wide buzzed, blueprint uploaded, others would cross, human graves watched, silent guardians, one ping echoed faint. Welcome, Veyer smiled. Crest comm, new protocols written. They marched on, fields endless, competence eternal, but East Ridge hummed anew. Tess's transponder synced, cores followed, not threat. Ally Jorun muttered, trust the dead. Veyer glanced back. Trust the builders, sun dipped. Shadows lengthened, path clear, Minefield moved no more, Tess keyed her kit. Next valley, double nodes. Team geared, single file, stakes ready, archaeologist led, sapper flanked. Survival blueprint spread, hearts synced, not pulses, victory. Eerie whispered, humans sleep with monsters, wake them gentle. Veyer nodded, lesson etched, captain gripped rifle loose. Firepower second, restraint first, they vanished over ridge, graves quiet, 7 Delta dreamed, code perfect. World saved, one stake at time. Vaer Callan's claws pried the sealed human relic capsule from the dirt. Dust puffed into his faceplate. He ignored it. The capsule's lid hissed open under his multi-tool's torque. Inside gleamed a cracked data wafer etched with faded human script. Emergency sapper manual field use only. Vaer scans show energy bleed, Eerie Sen called from the ridge. Her sensor rig hummed low. That thing's not inert. He slotted the wafer into his portable reader. Protocols demanded documentation first, but the field stirred. War Core 7 Delta's deep ping echoed in his bones. They had minutes before full wake-up cascaded. The wafer crackled to life. A human voice filled his helmet feed, calm, female, no panic. This is Sapper Tess Arden's 7th Engineer Battalion. If you're hearing this, you're in Ramirez Valley. Cores are live. Do not ping wideband. Follow handshake protocol. Vaer froze. The voice treated apocalypse like tire rotation. Eerie scrambled down the slope. Playing it through team channel. Now, Vaer tapped broadcast. Jorun Vask's squad halted mid-step, rifles raised. Captain Jorun barked over comms. Archaeologist, that's unknown tech, secure and... Listen, Vaer cut in. He replayed the intro. The team clustered around his reader. Tess Arden's hologram flickered, short hair, grease-streaked face, toolkit slung low. Cores wake on enemy patterns, radar sweeps mast M, footsteps in grids. First, clamp emissions. Voice only directional. Second, stake the path. She held up metal rods. These markers sync to safe lanes. Plant 'em single file, 10-meter spreads. They'll pulse the all clear. Eerie's tentacles twitched. Human superstition, my scans classify all nodes as dormant relics. Not dormant, Tess continued. Sleeping. Grandpa Ramirez built 'em to last. Wake 'em wrong, they erase valleys. Jorun gripped his rifle tighter. We blast a corridor, firepower clears. No, Vaer snapped. His rule discipline locked in, protocols rewritten. She says restraint, we follow. Goal, extract the full manual. Conflict, time ticking, Eerie doubting. Vaer nodded to her. Build the translator, low power. Eerie unpacked her rig. Components clicked into place, quantum filter, syntax mapper. She jury-rigged it to the wafer's output. Human code's archaic. Binary laced with error correction bursts, like they expected damage. Sparks flew as she bridged the feeds. Data scrolled. Got it. Frequency do not trigger list. 87 bands, squad chatter, vehicle whine, even heartbeat harmonics if amplified. Vaer scanned the list. His own comms gear lit red on half. Team, power down non-essentials, Captain. Jorun's mandibles clicked. He trusted plasma volleys, not ghosts, but Vaer's comm held. The captain keyed squad-wide. Comms discipline, voice only, cut beacons, scanners, personal emitters, in force. Soldiers grumbled but complied, helmets dimmed, silence dropped like a shroud, footfalls crunched solo now, no squad echo, Eerie's rig beeped. List integrated, any breach pings me. Vaer eyed the valley. Graves dotted the earth, human skeletons in rusted armor fused to precursor dirt. War Core 7 Delta hulked central, a buried dome pulsing faint. One wrong step, chain reaction. Stakes, he said. The manual detailed fab print. His field printer word extruding rods from scavenged alloy. 10 ready, Jorun paced. This human fairy tale delays us, cores wake in. 3 minutes per scan. Vaer planted the first stake. It sank smooth, baseplate locking. A green pulse rippled subsurface, the ground. Side, no vibration, no alarm, Eerie's sensors trilled. Node acknowledged, safe lane extending. Vaer staked forward, single file, team followed, stakes locked plates underground. Path etched itself. Halfway across, 7 Delta's ping spiked. Jorun raised his rifle, it's querying. Hold, Vaer checked the manual. Final protocol, distress handshake. Narrowband only, human specs. He tuned his rig. Tess's voice guided. Broadcast this packet, ID Alpha Tango Echo, query safe pass, they'll handshake or erase. Vaer hit send. A dead manual's code pierced the dirt. Silence stretched. Then response. Not from the wafer, from the core. 7 Delta thrummed. Lights cycled blue, human all clear. Subsurface plates shifted. The entire field reconfigured. Safe lanes bloomed wide. Eerie yelped. It's alive. Rewriting itself around us. Jorun lowered his weapon. Impossible. Vaer's claws shook on the stake. Human restraint turned death to blueprint, but the response packet unpacked deeper. A transponder ping live mobile, human signature, team, Vaer broadcast. We have contact. Static hissed, then Tess Arden's voice real-time edged with fatigue. That you staking my grandpa's toys? Valley's clear, who's crossing? Vayer blinked, missing sapper listed dead, yet here. Rule survey, Vayer Callan, your manual saved us. Laughter crackled. Good. Cordons holding, East Ridge next double nodes, meet at marker 7, bring stakes, Jorun muttered. She's alive, practical, Vayer said. He pulled the last stake, path eternal now, like her tech. They crested the ridge. Tess waited, human toolkit out, grinning amid the graves. Grandpa Ramirez built to last, she said. You woke it right. Vayer touched the marker. Rule precision met human caution. Survival forged, but her scanner beeped. East Ridge hummed. Next valley, cores stirring. Jorun gripped his rifle loose. Firepower second, restraint first. Eerie whispered, humans sleep with monsters, wake 'em gentle. Team geared, single file, stakes ready. Far core 7 Delta logged the code, queried stars, sleep deepened. Tess keyed her kit. Double nodes. Let's blueprint it. Vayer led, sapper flanked. Legends born in dirt, orbital cache watched. Grandpa's barrage waited, tomorrow's problem. They marched, fields endless, competence eternal. One ping echoed faint. Welcome, sun dipped, shadows lengthened, path clear. Minefield moved no more, but east hummed anew. Tess's transponder synced, cores followed, not threat, ally. Trust the dead, Jorun muttered. Vayer glanced back. Trust the builders. Hearts synced, not pulses. Victory, valley secured, blueprint uploaded, galaxy buzzed. Others would cross. Human graves watched. Silent guardians. Vayer smiled. Crest calm. New protocols written. They vanished over ridge. Graves quiet. 7 Delta dreamed. Code perfect. World saved. One stake at a time. Tess paused at rim. You rule stake clean. Grandpa approve. Vayer nodded. Lesson etched. Captain relaxed. Squad followed. East Valley loomed. Nodes doubled. Erie's rig purred. Frequencies mapped. Human list holds. Stakes extruded. Path began. Restraint turned graveyard to highway. Shared blueprint spread. No erasure, only alliance. Cores slumbered content. Team pressed on. Human innovation. Alien discipline. Unbroken. Vayer planted first stake. Ground accepted. Echoes faded. Future cleared. They crossed together. Vayer's wrist comm buzzed sharp. A return ping sliced through the static. He froze mid-step on the valley rim, boot hovering over cracked earth. The signal locked. Tight beam transmitter, human origin, broadcasting from beyond the eastern ridge. Contact, Vayer said. He slapped his scanner to the display. Tess Arden's ID flashed. Combat engineer listed missing since the human evacuation cycles ago. Alive. Transmitting. Eerie Sen whipped her sensor rig around. Patching now. Drone feed active. Captain Jorun Vask leveled his pulse rifle at the horizon. Position her. If she's compromised, she's not. Vayer cut in. Protocols demanded verification, but the signal matched human encryption, clean, unscrambled. He tapped accept. A hollow flickered to life above his gauntlet, grainy but steady. A human woman crouched in the haze, face smeared with dirt, eyes sharp under a battered helmet. Tess Arden. Rule team, this is Arden, stop moving, now. Her voice crackled, accent thick but precise. Mark every footprint with reflective shards, scatter 'em wide. Vayer dropped his boots slow. The ground hummed faint beneath war cores stirring. He glanced at his squad. Single file geared for the crossing, stakes gripped tight. They halted. Arden, Vayer replied, voice level. Vayer Callan, rule survey, we have your blueprint. Cores neutralized per code. Her image nodded once. Good, but 7 Delta's the queen bee. She's logging your steps as patterns. Markham reflective bounces her sensors. Eerie, patch me into your drone. Overlay from gravestone lines. Eerie's claws flew over her console. Done. Feed shared. The drone's eye whirred overhead, projecting a corridor of green haze amid red kill zones. Tombstones, human markers, half-buried, aligned like forgotten runes. Safe path snaked through. Jorun snarled. Human, you give orders, we hold the line. Firepower clears this graveyard. Tess's hollow sharpened. She hefted a toolkit, wires dangling. Captain, your firepower wakes the field. 1 plasma burst and 7 Delta chains 'em all. Watch. She knelt by a buried node, dirt pattering off its shell. No tools, just lips pursed. She whistled, 3 tones, low-long, high-short, mid-pulse, clean as a laser. The node clicked, lights dimmed, dormant. Jorun's rifle dipped an inch. What sorcery? Precursor override, Tess said. Humans built these, sleep code. Your scans read dead because they're waiting. She pointed east. Double nodes there, follow my overlay or join the graves. Vayer knelt first. He cracked a shard packet, flung glittering flecks along his bootprint. They caught the dying sun, sparkling false echoes. The hum below eased. Discipline holds, Vayer said to his team. Mark and move. Erie complied fast, her rig beeping approval. Frequencies match her list. Human tones sync the cores. Ours just pinged him awake. Jorun gripped his stake hard. Knuckles paled. He marked his trail, shards spraying wide. Fine, but if she leads us into ambush. She won't, Vayer said. Arden's blueprint had already saved them once. Competence, not bravado. They advanced single file. Vayer led, eyes on the overlay. Drone hummed steady, Tess's voice guiding from the hollow. Left 3 paces, shard heavy there, Delta's eyes twitch on motion. Footfalls crunched soft. Shards glittered behind, a breadcrumb trail of deception. Gravestones loomed taller now, etched with human script. Names, dates, no epitaphs, just facts. A core pulsed nearby, node 4 beta, Erie scan tagged. Vayer skirted it per the green line. Tess whistled again from the feed, preemptive, its side dormant. See, Tess said. Restraint. Your firepower's for bugs, not kin. Jorun grunted, planting his stake at the corridor's edge. Metal extruded smooth into packed soil, locking the safe path. Kin, these killed thousands, precursor traps. Human traps, Tess corrected. Ours sleep till poked. You rule blast first, wakes the nest. Vayer reached the first double node. East Valley rim dropped sheer, fields endless below, cores dotted like dormant stars. 7 Delta squatted central, a buried command mine the size of a shuttle. Its shell gleamed faint, ancient alloy unscarred. Overlay Titans here, Erie reported. Gravestones point dead center. Tess's hollow bobbed as she synced her transponder. Delta queries stars for enemies, your steps match old patterns, boom. Shards spoof it, stake the rim first. Vayer drove his stake home. Vibration rippled out. No detonation. Cores stayed quiet. Jorun paused beside him. She disarmed one with sound. How? Engineers think like machines, Vayer said. He'd logged her file. Sapper treated ordnance like faulty relays. Routine, safe. The team fanned to mark the path. Shards rained, turning footprints to sensor ghosts. Drone overlaid pulsed green wider. Tess keyed her kit. Double nodes confirmed. Blueprint uploading. Full field map. Erie's rig purred. Received. Frequencies mapped. Human list holds. 1 by 1, stakes locked in. Corridor bloomed, graveyard to highway, but east hummed anew. Vayer's scanner spiked. Secondary field waking, Tess's voice sharpened. Hold, Delta logged the whistle queried, then deepened sleep. But she's syncing your transponders now, not threat. Ally. Jorun's rifle snapped up. Ally, it's a weapon. Trust the builders, Vayer said. He glanced back, squad tense, but stakes held. No erasure. Tess laughed low. Captain, your guns impress, but ours listen. Cores follow codes now, path's yours. Vayer planted the final stake. Ground accepted it. Echoes faded. They crested the rim. Sun dipped. Shadows lengthened. Path clear. Tess's transponder synced full. Cores hummed content below, not threat, Guardian. Trust the dead, Jorun muttered, rifle lowering. Vayer smiled faint. Trust the restraint. Hearts synced in the dirt. Victory etched. Valley secured. Blueprint spread galaxy-wide. Orbital cache watched. Others would cross. Human graves stood silent. No more monsters. Tess paused at her end of the beam. You rule stake clean. Grandpa approve. Vayer nodded. Lesson locked. Captain relaxed. Squad pressed east. Nodes doubled ahead. Erie's rig mapped on. Stakes ready. Restraint turned death to blueprint. Shared survival. They marched. Fields endless. Competence eternal. Vayer led. Sapper's voice echoed in comms. Legends born 1 shard at a time, but 7 Delta dreamed deeper now. Code perfect. One anomaly pinged faint, another team, or human return. Vayer checked his scanner. Tight beam incoming. New contact. Arden, he said. More signatures east, your people. Her hollow grinned. Ours or yours, blueprints live, disarm 'em gentle. The hum built, stakes extruded, path extended, no erasure, only alliance. Vayer gripped his next shard packet. Valley watched, cores slumbered, team moved as one. Human innovation met rule discipline. Unbroken, east loomed. Frequencies purred. Human list expanded. They crossed together. Vayer planted first stake into new ground. It bit deep. Drone word approval. Tess whistled prelude, 3 tones. Cores listened. Grandpa's barrage waited orbital. Tomorrow's bridge. Now highway bloomed. Jorun flanked him, stake ready. Her way works. Vayer nodded. Ours adapts. Erie overlaid fresh. Delta's network full sync. Shared blueprint pulsed. Galaxy buzzed. Graves quieted. Guardians awake, allied. 1 ping echoed welcome. Vayer smiled crestcom. New protocols written. They vanished over ridge. Fields followed no more. War cores dreamed human dreams, restraint eternal, but east nodes tripled, hum strengthened, test keyed ahead. Double-time blueprint, let's map it. Vayer led on, sapper's shadow long, competence turned graveyard gold. Survival blueprint spread. No monsters, only path, they pressed. Together, Vayer's comm pinged final sync. 7 Delta content, world saved, one whistle at a time, East Valley called, stakes waited, human engineer hummed approval, aliens followed, protocols rewritten. Victory marched. Vayer's visor flared crimson. Delta's hot, Eerie yelled from 10 meters left. The ground shuddered. Buried emitters hummed to life beneath the team's bootprints. Vayer dropped to a knee. His scanner locked on Warcore 7 Delta's signature. Power surged from dormant to peak in seconds. Rule armor patterns matched hostile, Eerie spat. Precursor logic tree flagged us. Jorun barked over comms. Suppressors out, flank and burn it. His troopers fanned, plasma rifles charging wine. No, Tess's voice cut through from the hollow relay. Her grainy image flickered on Vayer's HUD, missing in action, but her signal bounced crisp from orbital relays. Firepower wakes the chain, all cores link, build a shroud first. Vayer gripped his entrenching tool. Protocol screamed retreat, but Tess's comm drilled through panic. Human sapper treated precursor hellfields like clogged drains. Shroud specs, Vayer snapped. He scanned the valley floor. Human graveyard stretched east, rusted hulks, crater lips, stakes they just planted pulsing green sink. Ration foil, 3 packs layered, frame it with suit struts, pop the left arm brace cross-linked to Erie's. Tess's hollow sketched lines midair. Faraday cage blocks their pattern sniff, buys 10 minutes. Vayer ripped his ration pack, foil unspooled silver sharp. He slashed his suit's left arm strut with a vibro-knife. Metal pinged free. Erie, your brace, now. Erie scrambled over, sensors dangling. This is Archeo protocol violation. We. Move. Vayer thrust foil sheets at her. They layered fast. Hands blurred, Vayer's rule claws precise, folding edges tight. Erie's finer digits crimped seams, struts bent into a dome frame 3 meters across, foil draped seamless. Jorun hovered, rifle trained on Delta's hump. Cores targeting grid painting us, 80% lock. Shroud up. Vayer yanked the frame over the team. They crouched inside. Foil crackled as fields meshed. His scanner dipped, Delta's scan bounced blind. Tess whistled approval. Good seal, Erie, spoof a decoy. Replay that hostile pattern from your logs, but drag it east. Lure the grid. Erie patched her sensor rig. Forging signature. Her claws danced on pads. Rule armor echo pulsed out, amplified, shifted 50 meters east. Delta's hum pivoted. Grid lines on Vayer's overlay stretched away, chasing ghost. Grid's walking, Vayer said. Ground vibrations faded. Sync holding on our stakes. Jorun lowered his rifle a fraction. Human toy works, but Delta's venting plasma. Corridor to East Ridge, stakes market. Sprint now. Tess cut in. Safe paths live. Pressure plates lagged on my blueprint. Step exact left boot first, hold 3 count. Security leads. Jorun waved his squad. 8 troopers broke from shroud, boots thudding in Tess's rhythm. Vayer folded the foil frame, strapped it to his pack. Team piled out, Erie sinking decoy drift, him anchoring rear. They hit the corridor. Stakes glowed, precursor fields parting dirt like a zipper. Jorun first, then troopers in lockstep. Vayer matched pace, visor overlaying Tess's grid, green path narrow, red traps flanking. First trooper planted left boot. Held, advanced. Second mirrored, third, crack, dirt erupted under boot 4, pressure plate delayed, ancient human trick. Spike cluster launched, trooper spun midair, suit breached. He crumpled, venting atmo. Flank, Jorun Dove dragged the body. 5th trooper sidestepped but plate chained. Second spike field bloomed. Trooper 6 caught shrapnel, leg sheared. Screams cut comms. Vayer lunged forward. Stakes, extend path. He slammed a fresh shard packet. It bit soil, field hummed wider. Green corridor fattened 2 meters. Erie fed decoy hotter. Delta's grid yanked farther east, emitters whining protest. Jorun hauled the wounded. Medpods deploy. Drones word from his pack, sealing breaches. 2 down, suits stabilizing. No deaths yet. Plates sink to Delta, Tess said. Shroud pulled its eyes, keep decoy hot. East nodes tripled, 7 epsilon cluster, blueprint doubling. Vayer crested the sprint's midpoint. Valley east loomed darker, 3 humps pulsing faint. His claws itched for next stake. Rule discipline bent but held. Human restraint glued it. Jorun glanced back, crest flared respect. Your sapper calls shots, we follow. Team calls, Vayer corrected. He planted stake 5. Path bloomed. Drones ferried wounded ahead. Erie's voice cracked triumph. Decoy locked Delta full. Network blind to us. Tess's hollow grinned. Shroud blueprint shared. Print more en route. Core's sleep patterns now human override. They pushed. Boots synced. Valley watched. But east ridges hid shadows. New hums stirred, not Delta's echo. Fresh signatures spiked Vayer's scanner. Triple nodes, yes, but a fourth, buried deeper. Graveyard stirred, choosing. Vayer keyed Tess. East cluster live, your eyes. Her signal lagged a beat. Grandpa's barrage inbound orbital, hold ridge. Jorun reformed line. Troopers gripped rifles looser, trust budding. Vayer smiled crestcom, protocols rewritten mid-stride. Human foil and whistles turned deathfields to highways, they topped ridge. East Valley sprawled, cores tripled, humming welcome. No, scan lied, eerie cursed. Epsilon's pattern match, our suits again. Delta's trick learned fast, network woke chain-wide. Tess whistled prelude, 3 tones sharp, stakes purred response. But fourth hum built, unmapped. Graveyard chose new graves, Vayer dropped shroud kit. Build double time. Team moved as one. Core 7 Epsilon crowned, emitters glared. Grid hunted. Eerie amped decoy, Jorun flanked stakes. Vayer layered foil thicker, Tess's tweaked double weave. Seal, power dipped. Grid stuttered, troopers sprinted fresh corridor, no plates tripped. Wounded drones hummed alongside. Vayer scanned deep. Fourth signature bloomed, War Core Alpha Prime, Command Nexus. All fields bowed to it, Tess's voice steadied. Prime's the brain, spoof won't drag it. Need physical bridge, stakes chain to override port. Location, Vayer demanded. Under Epsilon 2, dig controlled, my drill pattern. Jorun nodded. Security digs, archeo scans. They hit dirt, vibro tools chewed precise. Eerie sensors pierced, port glowed. Vayer fed stake direct, click, network flinched, Tess overlaid. Sync live, human codes handshake, restraint protocol. Cores purred, fields quieted, but Prime pinged back, not sleep, query alliance. Vayer held breath, Tess whistled full sequence. Response hummed, blueprint expanded, galaxy-wide, east called louder, nodes quadrupled. Jorun clapped Vayer's shoulder. Her caution saves us. Vayer nodded. Ours executes. Team crossed, graves allied, one core dreamed deeper, chose no graves, yet they pressed, blueprint spread, human shadow led, rule steel followed, victory whistled ahead. But Prime's ping echoed welcome or warning, valley depths stirred, new plates armed, graveyard watched. Vayer hauled Erie's limp form over the crater lip, shell hole mud sucked at his boots. Blaster fire scorched the air behind them. War Core 7 Delta had woken. Its emitters swept the grid, hunting patterns. Down! Tess shoved Jorun into cover. She slid beside Vayer, rifle braced. Perimeter's mine, you drag the rest. Vayer nodded once. No argument. Tess's voice cut through chaos like a vibroknife. He grabbed the next wounded trooper, Kale, leg mangled by a proximity spike, and yanked him into the hole. Mud splattered. Drones whirred overhead, decoys flaring. Jorun fired back. His shots pinged off the core's crown, half buried 50 meters out. Useless. The core's fields hummed louder, plates arming in sequence. Tess scanned the grid. That core's command node seeded the whole sector. We trip its pattern match, it chains the field. All graves wake. Vayer sealed the wounded with med patches. Eerie groaned, sensors clutched tight. Grids live, 7 Delta queries alliance, no spoof holds. Shut it down, Jorun growled. He reloaded, eyes on Tess. Your human tricks worked before. Tess shook her head. Not from here, needs direct access. Jorun charges now. Jorun hesitated. His security pack held plasma charges, fist-sized killers. Those breach hulls, not for digging. Hand 'em over. Tess extended her hand, no plea, command. I convert them, shaped cuts, trenched to the core's port. Jorun's mandibles clicked. He trusted firepower, not rewiring. But Vayer saw the math. Core's fields closed in 10 minutes. He nodded. Do it. Jorun slapped the pack into her palm. Tess worked fast, her multi-tool word. She peeled casings, rerouted detonators. Each charge morphed, flat plates with pinpoint vents. Directional blasts. Slice dirt, not us. Chain them 5 meters apart. Vayer watched her fingers dance. Human hands, scarred from ordnance older than rule stars. No tremor, routine. She armed the first. Jorun stakes him in line, my pattern. They crawled out under drone cover. Tess planted charges. Jorun drove stakes. Blasts ripped precise furrows, trench snaking towards 7 Delta. No shrapnel, no collapse. Fields stuttered, core's emitters dipped. They dove back to the hole, eerie stirred. Trench clear to bus port. Human design maintenance hatch. I tap it. Vayer hauled him up. Go, Tess covers. They sprinted the trench. Mud walls shielded them. Erie's probe snaked into the core's flank. Glow lit his faceplate. Data streamed. Keys match, Erie said. Human protocol set, precursor era, but human locked. Restraint codes intact. No auto erase. Tess whistled approval. Low tone, sequenced bursts. Core pinged response. Handshake live, it's listening. Vayer's scales prickled. Rule protocols demanded full scans first, but time bled. Shutdown viable, Tess eyed the port. Hard shutdown, override bus, force quiescence. I've done it on Sims. She pulled her slate, human relic patched into the network. Vayer authorize, he scanned the grid. Nodes stirred distant. Prime's echo lingered. Collaboration or trap. Tess's caution had saved them thrice. Rule steel executed. Authorized, proceed. Tess jacked in. Her fingers flew across the slate. Codes cascaded. Core hummed deeper. Screen flickered. Human glyphs angular and stark. Bus locked, she said. Purging armaments, stand by. Vayer braced. Jorun covered the lip, rifle steady. Erie monitored spikes. Then the screen shifted. Glyphs realigned, not quiescence. A timer bloomed, 300 seconds, arming sequence. Timer, Erie yelped. Shutdown triggered, wake up. Tess yanked the jack. Too late. Core's crown rotated. Emitters glared full. Vayer shoved her down. Pattern change, it's matching us now. Fields locked. Plates armed in the trench walls. Jorun blasted one, shattered, but two more rose. Restraint failed, Tess said. Calm. She scanned the timer, 287. Core reads shutdown as threat. Human safeguard, double checks overrides. We spoofed the chain, but this one's paranoid. Vayer's mind raced. Rule digs followed grids. Humans bent them. Bridget, like Epsilon. No time. Tess eyed her charges, remnants in her pack. We cut deeper, exposed the nexus. Jorun fired again. My troopers hold the hole, you three dig. They clawed forward. Vibro tools chewed. Timer ticked, 240. Cores hum-built. Drones swarmed, decoys burning out. Erie patched his sensors through. Nexus under the crown, 10 meters down. But fields spike on vibration. Tess nodded. Microcuts, charges pulse, low yield. She wired another. Blast side, dirt parted clean. They dropped deeper. Vayer drove stakes, foil weave double thick. Tess's tweak. Fields probed, stuttered. Her restraint, he muttered to Erie. Turns graves to paths. Erie's eyes widened. Human normal, our scans called it dead. Timer 180, Nexus glowed. Tess jacked secondary port. Aux bus, spoof quiescence from inside. Codes flew, core queried. Tess whistled counter-sequence, restraint layered, screen flickered. Alliance ping, timer froze, but deeper hum rose. 7 delta purred, not sleep, shared blueprint. Vayer scanned, grid quieted, nodes echoed the pattern. Human shadows spread, Jorun's voice crackled. Perimeter clear, wounded stable, move. Tess unjacked. One more, Prime's kin. It watches. They climbed out. Trench sealed behind. Core slumbered, allied. Vayer glanced back. Graves watched still. Timer etched in his mind. East called. Plates stirred anew. Tess led. Jorun flanked. Erie scanned. Vayer followed. Protocols rewritten. Victory hummed. But Prime pinged sharper. Welcome or chain reaction. Shell holes dotted ahead. Wounded waited nowhere. They pressed. Core 7 Delta dreamed blueprints. Shared now. Rule steel laced human caution. Grid parted. 1 step. Timer reset distant. 600 seconds. Vayer gripped his tool. Tess's shadow lengthened. Competence restrained the dead. They crossed, but Valley Core bloomed. Alpha signature. Command Nexus unchained. Tess whistled low. Prime wakes for real. Jorun raised rifle. Vayer scanned. Erie tapped air. Blueprint expanded. Galaxy print. Fields bowed. Or armed, human codes whistled. Rule fire answered. Survival blueprint spread. Graves allied tentative. Prime crowned. Emitters queried. Timer live. Vayer authorized deeper. Tess dug. Collaboration cut first furrow. Core hummed response. Not a race. Integrate. They bridged. Protocols merged, but East nodes quadrupled. Ancient war stirred. Tess's voice steadied. Restraint holds our way now. Vayer nodded. Rule executed. Human led. Graveyard lived. Blueprint won. 1 core deeper dreamed. Chose alliance yet. They sprinted corridor. Plates slept. Prime pinged welcome. Warning laced. Valley depths armed full. Team dove shell hole fresh. Tess took perimeter. Cycle turned. Competence restrained. Shared survival etched. But timer on Prime 1200. Arming Galaxy. Vayer dragged drone wounded. Tess ordered charges. Loop tightened. Blueprint spread wide. Human shadow infinite. Rule steel unbreakable. War Core's purred query. Alliance hummed or trap armed. They dug. Veyer's scales itched. Tess's hands steady. Engineering triumphed. Restraint key. Core bus tapped. Keys matched. Shutdown authorized. Screen bloomed timer anew. Hook reset. Survival blueprint evolved. Team crossed deeper. Graves followed. Prime waited. Competence called. Restraint answered. Victory whistled. Fragile. One beat late. Fields chained. They beat it. Human normal. Alien awe. Collaboration blueprint eternal, but Prime's core stirred physical. Crown rotated slow. Direct bridge needed. Tess smiled grim. My drill pattern. Jorun handed charges. Veyer dragged wounded. Eerie confirmed keys. Cycle peaked. Shutdown failed. Arming. Timer glared. 300 again. They cut. World turned on human caution. Rule steel dug true. Graveyard blueprint shared forever or erased. Veyer chose bridge. Timer ticked. Action now. Veyer slammed the bridge plate into place. Metal groaned under his claws. Prime's crown rotated faster now. Timer blinked. 280 seconds. Red lights pulsed across the valley floor. Tess crouched at the core's access panel. Her gloved hands flew over exposed circuits. Bus lines live. Give me the override key, Eerie. Eerie thrust the data spike forward. Her sensors whirred. Human pattern matched, but its arming cascade protocols. Full field reactivation in. Got it. Tess slotted the spike. Sparks flew. She twisted a wire bundle aside. No hesitation. Her voice stayed flat. Rewriting countdown, turning purge into shutdown broadcast. Veyer gripped his rifle. Scales prickled. Rule doctrine screamed, detonate now, evacuate. But Tess moved like this was a faulty power cell. Human normal. He held position. Jorun barked from the perimeter. Shields up. Drones inbound from Delta sector. Explosions rocked the shell hole. Dirt rained. Veyer fired bursts into the haze. Drones shredded midair. Tess ignored it all. Screen flickered. Timer froze at 180. Code scrolled. Purge right arrow ceasefire broadcast. Core's querying network, Tess said, feeding it Alliance ping. Valley nodes will echo. A low hum built. Prime's crown halted. Lights shifted blue. Eerie's eyes widened. Broadcast propagating. Warcore 7 Delta acknowledges. Stand down relay to all nodes. Veyer checked his scanner. Plates across the valley powered down. No pings, no seekers. Graveyard slept on command. Tess sealed the panel. Done. Ceasefire code locked. Cores think we're friendlies now. Jorun lowered his weapon. You spoke to it, rewrote its hunt. Tess shrugged. Dust caked her suit. Just engineering. Cores like this respond to auth chains. Humans built them dormant till triggered. Veyer stared at the quiet field. Bodies lay still. Human graves unmarked. No more traps waking. Human restraint held the line. Mark the path, Tess said. Beacons now or next team dies. Veyer nodded. He grabbed marker stakes from the sled. Rule steel, beacon equipped. Dual purpose, grave markers and warnings. He sprinted first leg. Hammered stake into cracked earth. Scanner synced. Corridor mapped. Safe lane through sleeping plates. Second stake. Third. Tess flanked him, probing soil with her rod. Soft here, avoid pressure triggers. Eerie fed data real-time. Nodes dormant, broadcast holds. Veyer planted the 10th, full corridor outlined. Beacons pulsed green. Future teams would cross alive. He paused at a human skeleton. Rifle fused to bone. Veyer drove stake deep. Not salvage, memorial. Tess nodded once. No words, her eyes scanned ahead. Jorun's voice crackled. Perimeter secure, drones scrapped, recording all human sapper steps. Caution first, override second, mandatory for rule forces. Veyer glanced back. Jorun directed his squad. They ringed the valley edge, turrets deployed, feeds uploaded to command. Captain's claws tapped his pad. Firepower fails, human blueprint wins, doctrine updated. Explosions faded, valley hushed, cores purred standby. Tess checked her comm. Signal booster ready, extraction shuttle inbound, patch me through. Veyer hauled the wounded drone to the marker line. Eerie stabilized it. He turned to Tess. You lead out. She boosted her signal. Static cleared. Arden to command. Valley neutralized. Ceasefire broadcast active. Send teams via marked corridor. Command responded sharp. Copy extracting now. Shuttle engines whined distant. Tess packed her kit. Steady hands, no boasts. Veyer fell in beside her, escorted the human through her own blueprint. Plates stayed dormant. Beacons guided. They reached the ridge. Shuttle touched down. Dust vortex. Tess boarded last. Turned to Veyer. Keep it memorial. Cores wake on greed. He saluted rule style, fist to chest. Blueprint shared. Humans first. Ramp sealed. Shuttle lifted. Vayer watched it climb. Eerie joined him. Scans confirm, field locked down. Jorun approached. Logged as human site, no salvage ops. Vayer pulled his log slate. Final entry, graveyard stops hunting because a human told it to. Valley depths gleamed. 1 core deeper stirred faint. Alliance ping echoed, but shuttle vanished into clouds. Tess's voice lingered in calm logs. Human shadows stretched. Vayer gripped his rifle, rule steel bent to caution. Blueprint etched, team reformed, perimeter held, victory hummed fragile, scanner pinged, far node queried. Broadcast replied, stand down, they crossed corridor free. Graves watched silent, competence called, restraint answered, Jorun clapped Vayer's shoulder. Train all squads, human way. Vayer nodded, protocol rewritten. Eerie smiled faint. Human sleep tech, we map it. Valley blueprint spread, shared survival, but Prime's crown twitched once. Vayer froze, query ping external. Alliance held, for now, shuttle trail faded. Human gone, cores obeyed her code. Vayer planted final marker atop Prime, warning eternal. Rule archaeologist turned guardian. Human engineer turned legend. Field lived, blueprint won. Drone word awake, wounded but mobile. Eerie patched it seamless. Perimeter drone net live, she said. Jorun scanned horizon. No contacts, human caution holds. Vayer traced the corridor, beacons glowed steady. Maps uploaded, future teams safe. He knelt by a fresh stake. Human bone nearby, etched name faint, unknown sapper. Vayer added rule glyph, alliance. Wind whispered over plates, no traps stirred. Tess's signal echoed in his slate. Restraint holds our way now. Vayer stood. Team moved out, corridor theirs. Graveyard blueprint, eternal. 1 ping lingered, deep valley, Prime's kin. Vayer checked timer, 0 threats. Human normal, alien awe, collaboration hummed. They marched ridgeward. Beacons trailed light. Shuttle contrail marked sky. Extraction complete. Vayer logged closure. Site, human memorial, access authorized only, cores purred approval. Valley secured, but that twitch, crown's shadow. Vayer halted team, scanner out, faint signal, not query, welcome. Broadcast replied auto, ceasefire held, he exhaled. Rule discipline met human restraint. Blueprint evolved, team crested ridge, valley below slept. Human told it to, it listened. Vayer smiled, scales tight, next sight waited. Competence infinite, shuttle long gone. Tess's hands echoed in code. Survival shared, Jorun's voice cut. Doctrine packet sent, all rule ground forces. Eerie nodded. Sensors calibrated to human sleep tech. Vayer shouldered pack, forward, graves marked, path open. Alliance forged in dirt and wire. 1 core purred louder, valley heart. Vayer pinged it, response, ally. Human blueprint won. They vanished over ridge, field quiet. Beacons pulsed, warning and guide, eternal.